What the heck should you sell as a health coach? This is a question that I get asked by my followers and my students all the time. So in this video, I'm going to ask you some very simple questions that will help you determine what is best to sell as an online health and wellness coach. What's up, everyone? I'm Kendra Perry, online business mentor for health and wellness coaches. If you're a health coach, a wellness coach, a health practitioner, and you want to blow up your online business this year, make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that little bell, that little bell, just help you get notified every time I post a new video on Thursdays. All right, so one of the questions that I get asked all the time, is, Kendra, what should I sell? Okay. And I'm really going to help to simplify and break this down. It really comes down to your financial needs. And the biggest question that is going to help you determine, should I sell one-on-one coaching? Should I sell an online course? Should I sell a group program? Should I sell a membership? The question is, do you need to make money fast? Okay. Now, typically when I meet health coaches, most of the time, either they're brand new and they've gone full-time in their business and they're like, fuck, I need to pay my bills, or they are trying to quit their corporate job. So they're still full-time in their regular job and they want to quit, right? And so they're like, I just need to make money so I can quit this job that's sucking my soul, right? Or they're a few years into their business and they're doing all right, but they're just not having the results that they want, okay? Now, most coaches I meet, especially the ones who are new, need money, okay? And the reason why this is the main question, because if you need to make money fast, then you should always be selling one-on-one coaching, okay? And I actually believe that as a new coach, if you're someone who hasn't really worked with clients, always start with one-on-one coaching, even if your intention is not to do that long-term. Now, a lot of people are not going to agree with me on that, but hear me out, okay? So the thing is the main thing that new coaches want is usually money and experience, right? And confidence, right? They're like, I want money. I need to put money in my bank account. I want experience so that I can feel confident, right? And the thing about courses, group programs, and memberships is you actually do need to have an audience to sell to, right? You need volume. And you don't necessarily need a lot. So students who come into my program, Group Program Academy, and want to launch their first group coaching program, I typically recommend that they build their list to about 250 people for the first beta launch, okay? And in the first beta launch, we're usually going for about 5 to 10 people. And so that's relatively realistic with an email list of about 250 engaged people. But if you're brand new, you probably don't have a social media following, you probably haven't even started your email list, and getting 200 people or 250 people on an email list can take time, right? That can take 6 months, it can take a year, right? And the first time you run a group program, a course, a membership, the first launch, you're typically not going to get rich. It does happen. I have seen it happen to certain people, but typically it's more of an investment. You're not going to get, fucking rich off of it, okay? So if you are in that spot where you're like, I really just want to get experience, I want to feel confident, I want to make money, then always start with one-on-one coaching because it's so much easier to sell, okay? The reason is you don't need volume. You're literally just looking for one person here and there. And if you price properly, then you can only have to get a few clients, right? If you're charging $1,000 for a signature program, you get 4 or 5 clients a month and you're doing okay. And you've probably replaced your income in your corporate job, right? Amazing. Also, if you are still working part or full-time, only working with 4, 3 clients a month, whatever, is so much more doable than needing 12, 20, 30, 50 clients a month, okay? Now, what a lot of people don't understand is it takes the same amount of energy output and time to sell something that is $500 versus $5,000, okay? So people always think that it'll be easier to sell lower price. It's not actually the case. So if you're gonna put all the effort into building your social media and selling and getting yourself out there, you might as well get a higher ticket price, right? So This will help you determine, because the truth is, if you want a group program, an online course, or a membership, especially a membership, you need tons of people, right? Because memberships are typically lower priced, right? At least with a group program, you can probably still charge a few $1,000s or a couple $1,000s, right? But you do need a list of people to sell to. I would never recommend launching a course, a membership, or a group program without an email list, and $250 is the minimum that I recommend start having your first launch with, okay? And that will take time to build. So let's say that you have a lot of money in the bank, you've saved up, maybe you have a part-time job that pays really well, and you have this nest egg of money and you're really adverse to one-on-one coaching. That's fine. You can sit on that nest egg because it will probably take you 6 months to a year, if not longer, to really optimize that group program or course and be making a full-time income from it, right? So if you're in that position, then by all means, you can do that. And maybe you do want to come into Group Program Academy and launch your first group program. But there is going to be this period before you can launch where you are simply just list building, right? And again, that process to list building for some people can be quick and other people it will take longer. But in that interim time, why not take on private clients to put some money in your pocket, get experience, and elevate your confidence? On top of that, working with one-on-one will teach you so much about your ideal client, right? And it'll actually set you up for success inside a course, group program, or membership, okay? Because you really get that high touch experience working with a person, so you really understand them, you connect with them, you build a relationship with them, and that will actually serve you when you were building out a group program, okay? So I'm a huge proponent of always starting with one-on-one coaching, even if you're just gonna work with maybe like 5-10 clients or something like that, but it is gonna give you the experience. And that's truly what makes you a good health coach, right? It's not the education that you have, it is the experience. It's actually working with the clients, right? If I was someone who was sick and struggling with my health and I had 2 coaches to choose from, one had a shit ton of credentials behind their name but had never worked with a client versus the person who had once health coaching certification and had worked with 50 clients and gotten results, I would always go with the one who'd gotten results, right? I don't care about the letters behind your name, and that's how most people feel, right? So really, really important to just get out there and get experience. So if you are really adverse and you're just like, no, I will not work with a one-on-one client, that is cool. You should never do anything you don't want to do, but you do have to accept that it's going to take longer. So you do have to be realistic with your expectations, okay? I hope that makes sense. All right, and then of course, if you're like, well, I actually need to start making money fast, then just go with one-on-one. And it doesn't mean that you will always be doing that, right? You can always switch over your business model later, but that is what is going to make you money fast, okay? And if you are wondering, well, what the heck should I price my program? You can get my pricing for profit calculator for free. This will help you choose a price for your program based on profit and not poverty, right? I know that pricing is a big pain point. People never know what to charge and they're typically looking at their competition, which is the wrong strategy. Do not base your pricing on what someone else is charging. It's a personal thing. But this calculator will very simply break it down and show you what you should actually be charging for your program so that you can set yourself up for profit. So you can grab that by clicking the link in the description below. All right, I hope you like this video. If you do, please remember to subscribe to my channel, like it, comment, give it a share to your business bestie. I'm Kendra Perry. Lovely to hang out with you today, and I'll see you in the next video on Thursday.